Hyperion 3.0, SenseChat 2.0 Sneak Peek, Decentralization of Equilibrium's Governance Framework, Liquid Apps Multichain, and much more. I'm Daniel Keys, and this is episode 56 of the EOS Hot Sauce. As always, our spicy weekly updates are available in every format. Watch on YouTube, listen on SoundCloud or your favorite podcast player, or read it at eosnation.io. That's also where you can subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter to get that spicy sauce poured straight into your inbox. However you prefer it, help spread the sauce by smashing that like, ringing that bell, and giving us a 5-star rating. Let's get to this week's spicy goodness. First up, Hyperion 3.0. The much-anticipated release of Hyperion 3.0 is now ready for prime-time action on your favorite EOSIO networks. Hyperion is an open-source history API developed by EOSIO that was launched 1 year ago as a solution to a significant history bottleneck on EOS at the time. Since then, more than 12 teams have helped EOSIO as they've continued to improve Hyperion to adapt to the current and ever-evolving needs of the community. According to the team, the EOS mainnet is the most demanding data environment in the blockchain space by far, and Hyperion is designed to handle it. Hyperion is also available for developers on other EOSIO networks such as Boss, Warbly, and Ultra, and others. New features in Hyperion 3.0 include streaming, API polyfills for V1, modularized parsers, integrated lightweight explorer, more advanced filtering and sorting on queries, enhanced performance, improved documentation, full project conversion to TypeScript, installation script, and Hyperion Docker. Looking back at a world before Hyperion, dApps, block explorers, and wallets must read through historical information to work properly and offer features token holders are looking for. This is done by querying the API of an EOS mainnet full history node provider. For a smooth experience, all of this is abstracted away from the user and runs seamlessly in the back end. The availability of high-quality, low-latency history API services is critical to support the development of any blockchain ecosystem. However, running such nodes was becoming increasingly expensive, complex, and time-consuming. Difficulties in providing reliable and sustainable historical chain data can hinder EOS's capacity to meet scalability expectations. In light of this, the EOSIO team set out to analyze what could be done to optimize history services for the EOS mainnet early in 2019. They quickly learned that the depreciated history API version 1 stored a lot of redundant information for end-user history purposes, such as inline action traces nestled inside the root actions. This led to an excessive amount of data being stored and transferred whenever a user requested the action history for a given account. Then came the birth of Hyperion History. Hyperion implemented a new approach to data structure and storage. This included actions stored in flattened format, parent field added in the inline actions to point to the parent global sequence. If inline action data is identical to the parent, it's considered a notification and thus removed from the database. No blocks or transaction data are stored, all information reconstructed from actions, and no transaction validation information is stored, as all information can be verified on the block information using the chain API. With that approach, the API format focused on delivering shorter response times, lower bandwidth overhead, and better usability for developers. The optimized data structure deployed as an Elasticsearch cluster also reduced CPU and bandwidth consumption, making infrastructure more scalable, as well as allowing database size reduction of about 85%. To further improve performance, they engineered a multi-threaded indexer that extracted data from the state history plugin, allowing for faster ingestion times with the proper hardware optimization, as well as introducing an ABI history caching layer component to prevent deserialization failures when parallel processing historical data over ABI modifications. Another example of added benefit was the integrity check scripts that continually scan the database for missing blocks and repair them automatically. Cache recovery features like this make it easier to operate Hyperion, significantly reducing downtimes and replay times, making it even more reliable. All in all, this significantly reduced database size and the cost of maintaining a full history node. Hyperion 3.0 is the next evolution of this valuable history solution, and we encourage our subscribers to read the release article to learn more about it and the new features. And those who want a deeper technical look can view the release tag on GitHub or browse the revamped documentation. Up next, we've got a sneak peek of SenseChat 2.0. EOS Nation was honored to be invited to the first of a series of private webinars for a sneak preview of the upcoming SenseChat 2.0, which will be released this summer. What we saw has us excited for this new chat app. So what is SenseChat? It's the first crypto-enabled messenger built to share, organize, and reward your communities and friends. It uses a cryptocurrency called cents, which you earn at an hourly rate each day you're active on the platform. And the more active you are, the more cents you earn, since your hourly earning rate is increased the more activity you do and achievements you unlock. Then you can use that cents to promote content, reward contributors, secure the network, and prevent bots and spam. SenseChat has implemented some unique security measures and features to restrict bots and spammers from joining the chat app without the use of KYC. Users can be verified through vouching, which requires someone to stake Sense tokens toward the account they want to vouch for. A blue checkmark on a profile indicates to you that this user has been vouched for. You can also see who else has vouched for this user, allowing you to quickly identify potential imposters. Another great anti-spam feature is the fact that in order to private message someone, you also need to send them one Sense token, which serves as a way to protect your inbox from unwanted messages. Community channels can be set up where only the owners can create posts and members can comment, or they can be open for everyone to post. As an anti-bot and spam feature, joining a community channel requires users to stake Sense. You can always reclaim your stake if you leave the channel or are booted out. Private groups, on the other hand, have a maximum of 50 people but have the added benefit of being fully encrypted. And finally, the new Sense ID removes the need for an EOS account to join the service and allows users to sign in with a simple email and password. We've linked to a video in the written version of the hot sauce showcasing how easy and intuitive it is to join a channel and send a message. SenseChat was created because the team believes other messengers are nonsense. They're not built for handling large communities and compromise users' identity and data. SenseChat is encrypted for security and allows you to get rewarded for your actions without exposing personal data like your phone number and contact list. SenseChat is the first messenger that gives your security and community all in one. If you're a community owner, SenseChat provides better tools to engage and organize your members, while contributors get rewarded with Sense. Whether you're a musician incentivizing your fans to promote your concert, a nightly gaming guild trying to reward members for performing well, or a brand trying to motivate your customers to share new offers, you can reward your members with Sense. Building your community on SenseChat makes sense. Sign up for early access to SenseChat to claim your username and start earning Sense before everyone else. Refer friends to get it sooner. Interested in being a community leader on SenseChat? Send a message to Crystal Rose to get an invite for an upcoming private webinar. And now some news on the decentralization of Equilibrium's governance framework. We're proud to join EOSDT governance in order to help increase the decentralization of Equilibrium's on-chain financial services. By adding Binance, EOS Finex or Bitfinex, EOS Canon, and EOS Nation to the process of upgrading or changing the EOSDT smart contracts, Equilibrium has significantly increased the level of decentralization of their framework. It's an honor to be trusted alongside great teams to help secure DeFi on EOS. For those who are unfamiliar with the financial services offered by Equilibrium, here's a list of services currently available. EOSDT as a DeFi leader on EOS, collateralized stablecoin issuance, earn staking rewards, earn interest on your stablecoins, lend and borrow crypto assets, use leverage, EOS collateral voting rights controlled by the NUT governance tokens, insurance policy and investor protection through the Stability Fund. All of these services are built on smart contracts that are controlled by Equilibrium. Thanks to EOSIO's advanced permission structure, smart contract mutability is completely customizable based on the user's needs. In this case, Equilibrium has updated the permission of two crucial EOS accounts, EOSDT token and EOSDT NUT token. The required weight to change the smart contract controlled by EOSDT NUT token at active is now 42, with each of the following accounts having the following weights. Binance Stake at vote has a weight of 1, EOS Canon CHN at active has a weight of 1, EOS Nation FTW at active has a weight of 1, Equilibrium at active has a weight of 40, Finex Cosigner at active has a weight of 1, plus a timer of 5 days with a weight of 1. It's now impossible for Equilibrium to change these smart contracts on their own. They need approval from either Binance, EOS Finex, EOS Canon, or EOS Nation to bring any changes to their existing smart contracts. If 2 of the 4 additional signatories approve a change alongside Equilibrium, then the change can be enacted right away. With only 1 additional signatory, Equilibrium would have to also wait 5 days to reach the required weight to make changes using the EOSDT NUT token.active permission. Congratulations to Equilibrium, the leading EOS DeFi project by far, for taking such significant steps on increasing the security and decentralization of their project. Let's move along now to Crosschain VRAM and Universal Liquid accounts. With the release of Crosschain VRAM and Universal Liquid accounts, Liquid Apps opened up a whole set of new opportunities for dApp developers and made a huge step towards realizing their multi-chain vision. By using cross-chain VRAM, data that is generated in a smart contract on any chain and stored in VRAM can be accessed by a smart contract on any other compatible chain, matching the consensus of both chains. The service utilizes the IPFS mechanism, so all data is stored in cross-chain VRAM is immutable. Through universal liquid accounts, a user can sign transactions on any EOSIO chain that enabled LiquidX functionality with just one account. So in order to play a game on Telos, Wax, Boss, or EOS, you don't need to create an account on each of those networks anymore. You can just use one account for all compatible EOSIO networks. We encourage you to watch the latest episode of DApp Talks to dive deeper, where you get to know LiquidApp's principal engineer Nathan Rempel and listen to him explain all of these new features in detail. Among other topics, he also talked about plans to integrate non-EOSIO blockchains into these cross-chain services and potential cooperations with Diffuse. And now, some new educational content to help understand Diffuse for EOSIO. Alex from Diffuse is back on YouTube with a new series of videos on the Diffuse architecture, going through an overview of all the components that make up a Diffuse instance. Although obviously focused for developers, this video is interesting even for the non-technical members of our team, as it gives us a glimpse into all the interconnected components that make Diffuse magic possible. They are ABI codec, API proxy, block meta, dashboard, GraphQL, EOSQ, EOSWS, FluxDB, merger, MindReader, node manager, relayer, search archive, search indexer, search live, search router, and TRXDB loader. Check out the video embedded in the written version of this week's EOS Hot Sauce at eosnation.io. Moving along now to EOS Rate by EOS Costa Rica. The EOS Costa Rica team is becoming a regular in the EOS Hot Sauce, being featured for the third time this month. After developing the enterprise software InterX with Grant Thornton and their EOS Open Office educational initiative, this week they brought us EOS Rate, an open source dApp that enables EOS token holders to signal feedback to block producers. Each block producer candidate can be rated in 5 different categories, which are transparency, infrastructure, trustiness, community, and development. By rating each BP on a scale from 1 to 10 in each category, the graphical interface generates a shape diagram called LEAF, which is short for Liquid EOS Attribute Factors. To participate, token holders need to log in with their EOS account. Each account has one non-stake weighted rating per BP, and data is secured on the EOS blockchain. Results can also be browsed through a variety of filters, making it easier for token holders to make educated decisions when they participate in the EOS block producer voting. Go try it out and rate your favorite BPs. And if you need some help to navigate the platform, you can view the short explainer video. Since the code is open sourced, we hope to see it used for other rating tools based on EOS, maybe for dApps, DSPs, EOSIO networks, or something completely unrelated to EOS. Great job to the EOS Costa Rica team. And now for an update on Upland Martini. The Upland game just successfully upgraded to the Martini update, which features major improvements to the user experiences, introduced leaderboards and challenges, and enhanced the treasure hunts. The team also cleaned up quite a bit behind the scenes, making the gameplay smoother than ever. Their 1,000 to 2,000 daily active users had a great opportunity to check out the new features during the celebration of their International Museum Day. For those new to the game, we suggest the Upland tutorial video by Upland Central, where the old and new features are explained one by one. Another great resource to learn all about Upland is Thank Me Later's Upland Players and Buyers Guide. Besides the Martini update, the team shared some other big news last week, as they teamed up with Linden Labs' Atilla division, a digital payment solution that supported commerce of about 500 million per year in the Second Life game. Upland will be the first third-party customer for Atilla, allowing the citizens of Upland to sell properties for fiat currencies as Atilla comes with all the regulatory requirements needed. A huge win for Upland. Dirk Luth, co-founder of Upland, was quoted, "What was the missing thing for us was the power for people to be able to extract value out of the game because we strongly believe that we're a new genre of a game, where people can take their assets out of the game. We had to have a way to get fiat currency out, and that's how we started working with Atilla. Soon people will be able to develop their lands and develop businesses. People can make objects like virtual cars and sell them and make money. That could blur with the real world. Now here's something to celebrate. It's Crown's 1-year anniversary. The Crown community is definitely a vivid part of the EOSIO community, and we hope all of our readers claim their Crown tokens, which were distributed via multi-fair drops throughout the recent months. One of the highlights for the first year of Crown for us was the Dackathon 2020, which resulted in the Meta DAC and several other amazing projects. There are also some other initiatives underway that utilize the Crown token itself, such as the Roundtable Communities and the Health and Wellness Network, which are both displayed on the Crown website. The best way to keep track of the Crown activities is in the Crown News channel, which is available in 14 different languages. Congratulations to the Crown community. And now for some news from the world of blockchain gaming. Bounty Block is getting deeper into the gaming world as the newest member of the Blockchain Gaming Alliance. Bounty Block has made a lot of progress since its inception and created several tools to gamify user engagement that can be easily integrated into third-party applications. A host or owner of a web or mobile app can create challenges for its users, while Bounty Block tracks the progress and sends notifications. Those tools were already essential for the amazing success of prospectors launching on Wax, and the team just shared data of their first customer, HowTheMarketWorks.com, who used Bounty Block to log over 4.5 million transactions across 270,000 users. Are you curious to learn more? Check out the case studies or request a demo. And now for some good news for our Korean community. Korreos is back. Korreos.io has been a very important platform for the Korean-speaking EOSIO community, and we were a bit shocked when we found out that the website went offline without much comment or warning. But now we're more than happy to report that Korreos is back online with a complete overhaul and a pretty neat new interface. The new Korreos has three major categories: EOS, EOSIO, and FreeOS. The EOS category has subcategories for BP, DApp, Community, block.one, and Governance. EOSIO so far has no specific subcategories, and FreeOS is where people talk freely about anything they like. Posts from all categories can be seen on the main page, while the most recent posts and comments are displayed on the right side as a feed. Great news for our Korean community members, and a good opportunity for Western teams to showcase the recent activities to the Korean token holders. And finally, we have an explainer video to share, bidding on premium EOS names. Ever wondered what an EOS premium name was or how to get one? Check out our latest explainer video to learn about the power of premium names on EOS. You can find that on our YouTube channel or embedded in the written version of this week's EOS Hot Sauce at eosnation.io. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. We've got more spicy goodness for you every week, so subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. And if you can't wait till next week, find our previous episodes at eosnation.io or on our YouTube channel. Once again, I'm your host Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.